We'll call to order the Douglasville City Council. This is the voting meeting, our regular voting meeting for tonight, which is December the 15th, 2025. So I'll call this meeting to order. I apologize for being late. We had a reception next door for our council member, Dr. Bird Danley, in her retirement. Our invocation will be done by Overseer Priscilla Quinn of Ephraim International Community Church and Outreach Services. After that, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by the Mayor Pro Tem, City Councilmember Terry Miller. Please stand for the invocation.
Good evening. Distinguished colleagues, as members of the Douglasville City Council, we gather today with gratitude for the opportunity to serve our community as we strive for insight and wisdom in our discussions. In addressing current matters before us, it is vital to maintain both transparency and integrity. Personal interest must remain secondary to objective evaluation of each issue with the sustained focus in advancing the unity of all. A commitment to attentive listening, respect for different perspective, and to pursue of matter understanding will be our center to our approach. We implement evidence-based policies to produce the city's growth, ensuring that community needs are met while advancing equality and justice for all residents. May our work be distinguished by professionalism, courtesy, a true spirit of partnership. A charge is to build, not to diminish, to bring unity rather than division. We extend our thanks to Douglasville community and hope today's incentive will improve security and prosperity for everyone. Let our commitment reflect the true place in us by those we represent. So shall it be in Jesus' name, amen. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic from which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, for leading us in the pledge, and Overseer Quinn, we appreciate your charge and your words of wisdom. I'd like to welcome you to the Douglasville City Council. My name is Rochelle Robinson. I'm Mayor of the City of Douglasville. This is a City Council regular meeting of agenda items where the official action will be taken tonight on the agenda items that were discussed last Thursday at the legislative work session. If the business you're here for is not listed as an agenda item, there will be ample time under the agenda item comments from citizens and delegates for you to discuss your business. I'll go over a few protocol items and then we'll get into the meat of the meeting. I ask that you please keep your comments and presentations on a professional level, dealing with the facts that are important for this governing body to make our decisions. We will not accept comments that are considered by the chair to be of a personal attack on any individual or group of individuals. You will receive a warning from the chair. If you deviate from this requirement, a second deviation will result in requests for you to leave the chamber premises this evening. Only one person speaking at a time. Please do not applaud or react to speakers, speak from the audience, cheer, carry on a conversation, or be disruptive and out of order when you're at the podium. Please address all of your comments and concerns to myself and council members. We're only required to accept public comments during the required public hearings, and we are not required to accept public comments on other items before this council outside of those public hearings. If you have a cell phone or electronic device, we ask that you please put those in silent mode or turn those off until after the meeting so they will not be disruptive. Now, this is how the agenda items will be handled and the meeting will go. The committee chairperson will read his or her item. That person representing that item or applicant will make his or her presentation. We ask if you have different information or something that's new that you'll bring it forth this evening, but you do not have to repeat what you presented to us last week. Myself and council members will possibly ask clarifying questions before we take the vote. Action will be taken on those items this evening. Because they were discussed last Thursday at a legislative work session, we will not take questions or comments regarding each item this evening. We will just either when we take the vote, it will be to approve, deny, or take no action to table that item. Prior to approaching the podium, please fill out a speaker sign-in card. It's actually a form outside on the table, and after you fill that out, you can hand that to our assistant city manager or deputy city manager at the desk to my left, your right, and when you come to the podium, give us your name and address for the record. This is not a question and answer format or debate. We're here to hear the information, deliberate, and make our decisions. If you have printed material, please give that to our deputy city manager or assistant city manager. They'll hand it to the clerk's office, Ms. Acker. She will make copies and disseminate that information to myself and council members. Please do not bring forward any information during the public hearings that was part of the public hearings for zoning matters. It can be overturned by state law. So we ask if you have any information during the public hearing for zoning concerns, that you will talk about those at that time and not bring them up after the meeting. A lot of information. Hopefully we're all on the same page. There are outside agenda items on the table if you'd like to have a paper copy. If not, you can follow us on the screens. So now we are at item number 5. I've done the announcements. We will move on to adoption of the regular meeting agenda for tonight, which is December the 15th, 2025. I open the floor for a motion to approve item 25-413.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Estes. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. It's been properly moved in second for the adoption of the regular meeting for tonight, which is item 25-413. Do we have any questions, comments, concerns from council members? I don't see any. All those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Item 25-413 is unanimously approved, and so the adoption of the regular meeting agenda for tonight will move forward. I move on to item number 6, which is the minutes of November 25th, 2025, which was a legislative work session, and the minutes of December 1st, 2025, that was committee and regular meetings. That is item 25-414. I will open the floor for a motion to approve this item.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Estes. May I have a second, please? Thank you, Councilmember Watts. Has been properly moved in second. Moved by Councilmember Estes, second by Councilmember Watts, to approve the minutes. Item 25-414. Do we see any corrections, deletions, or any concerns from the elected officials as it relates to the minutes? I don't see any concerns. All those in favor of approving item 25-414, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 25-414 is unanimously approved. Now we'll move on to item number 7, which is the consent agenda. I open the floor for a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Estes. You're on the roll. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. It's been properly moved in second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Do we see any concerns for the consent agenda? We need to pull anything out? Everyone's fine? Okay. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The consent agenda is approved. We're at item number 8, which is Economic Development Committee. That's chaired by Mayor Pro Tem City Councilmember Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Economic Development Committee at this time.
Thank you. The last one of the year. Item number 9, Finance Committee, chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We
You're welcome.
have only one item left over from Thursday's agenda.
Yes, sir.
Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to allocate downtown and New Horizon tax allocation district funds in an amount not to exceed $3,661,830 to reimburse the city's general fund for a portion of certain redevelopment costs to be incurred by the city in connection with the acquisition, demolition, construction, and equipping of a new expanded city hall. And Ms. Hampton, do we have anything to add to this item tonight, or anything you want to remind us of, since one of our council members wasn't here the other night?
I just want to provide further clarification on this item because we did have a few questions. One, the tax allocation district funding application allows an applicant to request up to 20%. We're only requesting 10%. The other is that the 10%, the $3.6+ million, is representative of the total project cost, which is $36 million for City Hall, but that also includes the rear alley and O'Neill Plaza, those upgrades, which will include a community grease trap, underground utilities, and so you'll have a more efficient area in and around the City Hall, which will allow for any of those businesses on 78, for example, to be able to access that community grease trap if it's a restaurant, whether it's existing or future, and then create expanded seating on O'Neill Plaza. So that $36 million is not just City Hall, but it's an expanded project. So this money will go toward upgrading. That's the benefit, not just for City Hall, but for the businesses around it. The other is that the name of the tax allocation district was changed several months ago to Downtown and New Horizons, and I think we need to revisit that name change. I'm recommending that that should be Tax Allocation District 1 because it's a misnomer about what this money actually should be applied to.
Exactly.
When you take a look at the tax allocation district map, it's inclusive of far more than just Downtown and the New Horizons district. So you'll see your attorney will present you with an item for a name change, and we will just say one, just in case the city wants to do several others. This will be the first one. So hopefully that provides more clarification and understanding about what this $3.6 million will be applied to.
Thank you, City Manager, and that was great clarification. Thank you for that. Councilman Davis.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Ms. Hampton, for the clarification. Because, you know, sometimes people can get things, it's my money, and it's not.
Yeah.
So thank you, and I appreciate that, because my phone was ringing while I was out of town. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem, you have something?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Question I have, what's our remaining balance in the TAD fund after this has been removed? 8 to 9 million, in that range, okay. So we got a few dollars left. Okay, good, thank you.
Yeah, and just a reminder, the TAD fund is available to any applicant to apply that's in the district where the parcel is eligible. This is gap funding, which means that any applicant must come to the table with at least 80% of their funding of their project available. We do have some applications that are pending, but they don't have the 80% of their project funded. So if you don't have 80% of your project funded, you're probably not going to be eligible to receive the funding. So currently, right now, those projects, and some of them are in the New Horizons area, they remain pending until they show an amount where 80% is available for their project.
There was also, I think there was some misunderstanding of some folks out there thinking that we were using up the entire TAD fund to do this, and I just want to make sure people understood that that was just a small part of what's available out, you know, there's still a good balance left.
Correct, and as property values increase, the fund increases.
How, if a constituent would like to know about what's in the fund,
Correct.
where can they access that information?
It's on the city's website with all of our other financials, but they can always call 770-920-3000, and we'll be happy to share that balance. It's with all of our financials that are online, so whether it be general fund, SPLOST, tax allocation, district funding, sanitation fund, hotel motel tax, everything is inclusive on the website.
Very, very transparent. Thank you for that. Any other questions or comments? Yeah, I'm going to go to one more time back to Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Madam Mayor.
Madam Mayor can be.
Go ahead, Madam Mayor.
I was just going to say, you know, I'm like to simplify things for a better, different perspective for understanding. And when City Manager said it's a gap fund for TAD, Tax Allocation District, it just reminds me of our daughters, both of them, one at Kennesaw, one at Savannah State, their senior year. It's the last semester for graduation. We went to go pay the money, and you know the parents have to get everything together they're going to pay, and they walked up and they said, because you got a 3.5. The school's paid for your last semester. And so they did most of the work. They had done 95% of the work and having that GPA. So it's the same thing with tax allocation district. You have to have 80% of your project purchased, permitting, all of that stuff has to be done before you come to the table. So even though it is for the entire TAD, which is inclusive of New Horizons, if you don't have 80% of the project done, you don't qualify for the TAD money. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilman Davis, did you have something else?
I'm glad Miss Hampton, because the developer brought his plans on that old building in front of the Ace Hardware. It used to be one of the foosball buildings. So I told him, you know, to get with Miss Hampton, because there's a percentage you have to match.
Yes.
So he said, well, I'm ready. I said, okay.
Yes. Yeah, so if there are applicants out there, to Councilman Davis's point, if they have a significant amount of their project funded, they can apply, and we will go through that. They will go through the application process. But if an applicant is not ready, and they don't have the significant amount of funding, we just would suggest that they take a little bit more time, whether through bank financing, whatever they need to do, to get that additional cost or project funding for their project.
TAD's not going anywhere. It just keeps, because of property values and things like that. It's good. So, you know, to your point, you don't have to be in a hurry. Get all your ducks in a row, and then that's why it's there. So
Yeah, it's for projects that aren't a risk, that you know it's more than likely they're gonna happen. They just need a little push, a little support.
any other questions or comments on this particular item before I make a motion? All right. I'd like to make a motion to approve item 25-486.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. I had a dueling seconds. Who did we get, Ms. Acker? Mr. Estes? Mr. Estes. Okay, it's been properly moved and moved by the chair, Councilmember Watts, and second by Councilmember Estes, to approve item 25-486. Do we have any other questions, concerns, comments? We're not going to rush through. If council members have any other issues or any comments they want to bring forward about this issue. I don't see any. All those in favor of approving item 25-486, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 25-486 is unanimously approved.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. That's all we had tonight under finance.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We'll move on to Housing and Community Affairs Committee. That's chaired by Councilmember Howard Estes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business this evening for Housing and Community Affairs.
Thank you, sir. Legislative and Intergovernmental Committee, chaired by Councilmember Mayor Pro Tem Terry Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Legislative and Intergovernmental Committee at this time.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. We'll move on to Personnel and Organization Committee, chaired by Councilmember Howard Estes.
Thank you again, Madam Mayor. We have no business for Personnel and Organization Committee this evening either. Thank you.
Thank you. Last of the year. Planning and Development Committee, chaired by Councilmember Nicole Miller.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am, we do have just 2 items this evening. And
Okay.
a few pop-ups. The first item is item number 25-482. Says to consider a request for variance from section 4.08 of the Unified Development Ordinance to allow the canopy accessory structure in the front yard on 3.134 acres located on 913 Highway 92, Dallas Highway, and land lot 635, District 1, Section 3, parcel IDs 0002 and 0012, application by Cave Springs Realty, and Mr. Dana Gray is going to go over this item with us.
Good evening, Dana Gray,
Good
6695
evening.
Church Street. I have no further updates for this item.
Thank you. Okay, I know we had a chance to kind of go over it last week. I am curious, though, Councilman Davis, because this is in your ward, if you have anything to add to it. Any
No,
questions?
been down and I met, and I think it'll be a good fit,
Okay,
because there's a lot of property over there that's need to be redeveloped.
Okay, yep, this parcel is right there, just kind of adjacent to the Cave Springs liquor store, so it would be the gas station and two, parcels along with that. Okay,
It's gonna be
well,
a
I'm really glad to hear that from you.
Mhm.
All right, Madam Mayor, Council, y'all have do you guys have any questions of Mr. Gray? No? And does the applicant have anything to add to it? No? Okay. With that being said, then, I make a motion that we approve item number 25-482.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Hudson and Councilmember Davis. We had 2 seconds. Hudson, okay. It's been properly moved and second, moved by the chair, Councilmember Miller, and second by Councilmember Hudson, to approve item 25-482. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns from council members? I know we talked about this and on Thursday, and I don't know if it's this one or the next one, but it was parking spaces and all that. I think it's the next one. But not having any other comments, all those in favor of approving this item, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 25-482 is unanimously approved.
Thank you so much, Madam Mayor.
You're welcome.
And one more.
Mhm.
Item number 25-483 says to consider a request for variance from section 8.01, excuse me, of the Unified Development Ordinance to reduce the required parking of the development from 53 spaces to 36 spaces on 3.134 acres located on 913 Highway 92, Dallas Highway, in land lot 635, District 1, Section 3, parcel IDs 0002 and 0012, application by Cave Springs Realty. Mr. Dana Gray.
Good evening again. Have no further updates for this item.
Okay. Madam Mayor, Council, any questions of this? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Thank you, Mr. Gray, for bringing this item forward. I know we talked about the 53 spaces going from 53 to 36, but it was because it was a drive-through for the restaurant, which would not take up a lot of spaces, and the gas station, people wouldn't have to, they were going to be going in and out, so we didn't need as many spaces. But then the applicant said something about he was going to add spaces back. I was confused.
He's going to add about 12 spaces to equal 48. So,
Okay.
So they were able to reconfigure the design.
Once they reconfigured it and did the design, they can bring 12 spaces
They
back.
can bring.
Okay. All right. That's all I had. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And of course, Councilman Davis, do you have any questions regarding the parking on this one?
No, I walked the property
Okay.
and looked, and there's a lot of future growth could be there.
Good.
Okay. Glad to hear it. And did the applicant have anything to add to this one?
No.
Okay, I think we feel good about it then. In that case, I make a motion that we approve item number 25-483.
Thank you so much, Madam Chairman. I have a motion to approve. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. It's been properly moved by the chair, Councilmember Miller, and second by Councilmember Davis to approve item 25-483. Do we have any other questions, comments, or concerns as relates to the spaces in this item? Parking spaces. Not seeing any. All those in favor of approving, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. 25-483 is unanimously approved.
Thank you so much, Madam Mayor. That
You're
is all
welcome.
that we have this evening for planning and development.
Thank you, ma'am. You have the next committee, Public Improvement and Beautification Committee. Councilmember Miller.
I do, and we have no business this evening.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. We'll move on to Public Safety Committee. I'll ask Mayor Pro Tem if you would please take that committee.
I think you missed relations.
Oh, Public Relations. That's Councilmember Davis. I apologize, Councilman Davis.
This time, Madam Mayor, thank you. That's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I just jumped all over top of you. Public Safety, Council Mayor Pro Tem, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There's no business at this time under the Public Safety Committee.
Thank you. Recreation, Culture, and Tourism Committee, chaired by Councilmember Chris Watts.
No business tonight, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Technology Committee, you did have business the other day, but it's Councilmember Elena Hudson.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have no business under the Technology Committee this evening.
Thank you. You're not no business, but that blazer, that jacket is talking to everybody. That's nice. That's nice. Transportation Committee. we'll ask Mayor Pro Tem to take that one as well.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It is my distinct honor and privilege to let the council, inform the council that the last committee tonight and for 2025, there is no business under the Transportation Committee at this time.
Ba-bum-bum. All right. I know it.
You are out of order.
Oh, yes, it's cool. We can do that. Yes, we can cheer and clap. All right. Do we have any other business to come before council tonight from the elected officials? I don't see any. I know we do have a meeting on Thursday, I believe, legislative delegation meeting. It will be at the Senior Citizen Center. It's from 11 o'clock Thursday, December the 18th, was our legislative delegation from the state. And so everyone should have their packet that has the 3 or 4 agenda items that we'll talk about, which are led with our state legislators. So if you're able to attend, we really appreciate your attendance. And we will have support from staff there and present our items to the delegation. So that's all I had. Is there any other comments from council members? Okay, none? All right, we'll move on then to updates from our city staff. Our city attorney, Mr. Joel Dotson.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Dotson. Staff attorney, Ms. Miranda Jordan.
No business, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
You're welcome. The police department deputy chief, J.R. Davison.
No business, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Our city manager, Ms. Marcia Hampton.
Yes, ma'am. Just to remind you all that City Hall will be closed next week. And then the following week, we will engage with business virtually and via the phone, so that information will be put out. But the Spring Street location will be open January 5th. So I know several of you have been to the location already. Come and see us as we're jam-packed on the inside, but we will be ready to engage with the public on January 5th.
Thank you. City manager, a couple of council members were asked a question, and they asked me, and I think I said the right information. The opening of the conference center is at the end of January?
The first event at the conference center will be your State of the City, so which I
Okay.
believe is in February.
Okay.
That is the
Okay.
first official event. We will do a walkthrough like we have on other locations, but the official event, first one, will be yours.
All right. And there was something you said about a walkthrough. So the former Boys and Girls Club is the Youth Innovation Center?
The Youth Innovation Lab, it's officially open. Mr. Bass is helping us. I believe Dr. Danley is still speaking
Okay.
next door. So the Innovation Lab is now officially open to the public. Spring Break Camp, I believe, is the first camp that they're going to house in that location at
Okay.
Hunter Park.
Okay, very good. I understand. We were already there. You got your duty calls. Councilman Davis, get one of them boxes in that thing right there for you. Okay. It's a little house all the way on the end. Okay, I apologize. I think that's all we have, City Manager. Comments from citizens and delegates. If you sustain the meeting and you'd like to speak to us, please come forward. Give us your name and address for the record, and you have 5 minutes to talk to us about any business germane to the city of Douglasville. Okay, no comments? All right, if we don't have any other business, then this meeting is adjourned.